Hey everyone, welcome to 34th Street, Herald Square. Today is Friday, April 25th, 2025. It is currently 69 degrees Fahrenheit here in New York City, and we're going to be doing a full walking tour of Midtown Manhattan during rush hour. We're going to be checking out the main Macy's here at Herald Square, which is the flagship, and checking out the Macy's Flower Show, which is currently ongoing. It's about 4:05 p.m. People are just getting off of work. A lot of New Yorkers take a half day on Friday anyway. So you can see a lot of people here enjoying Herald Square. Lots of people out having lunch. It's really been the first, I'd say, week or so of good weather here in New York. They really decorate the facade of Macy's really well for the flower show. It's a little bit reminiscent of the holiday windows for Christmas, but instead it's a spring theme. Really looks quite nice. Very unique. Let's actually take a quick walk inside, because they usually, every year they tend to decorate for the flower show. This is going to be April 27th until Sunday, May 18th as well. So let's head on inside and see all the different types of flowers they have. This is now inside the main Macy's at Herald Square. Wow. They definitely do a really good job with the interior design. This looks like some sort of chameleon. Very cool. Really great displays too as you come up the elevator. This is like a little dragonfly display. very nice. Oh, look at that huge display up there.
Do you have any hopes or dreams as far as what you want to see?
Looks like they're still putting things up for decoration as well. Hopefully this Macy's store will be able to hang on, because on Macy's recent earnings report, they've announced additional store closures. Really has to do with the Amazon effect of the economy. Much of the commerce that's going on is online. E-commerce is really taking over, from Amazon to Shopify. So these brick and mortar stores are really having a hard time holding on. So perhaps they'll just keep, the best performing stores open. Obviously, like the one here at 34th Street, Herald Square. We're going to walk all the way to the 7th Avenue entrance, and this will take us across the street, or I should say adjacent, from Pennsylvania Station and the main entrance to the Long Island Railroad. You also have a connection to the subway, the 1, 2, or 3 trains. 1 train is local, 2 and 3 trains are express. And now this is going to take us to the corner of 7th Avenue and 34th Street. And you can see the brand new Penn 2 project in the distance as well. This is Vornado's newest project in hopes to revitalize the Penn district. And of course, you have great views of the Empire State Building looking over towards 5th Avenue. Definitely a lot of tourists out this weekend. Corner of 7th Avenue, West 34th Street. here's a great look at Penn 2. There's been a lot of new lease signings here. I believe Major League Soccer signed about 100,000 square feet of office space. And here we are looking over Manhattan West and the Hudson Yards, as well as the brand new entrance to Penn Station. Again, you can get the 1, 2, 3 AC and E trains, as well as the Long Island Railroad and New Jersey Transit. And this is the brand new entrance to Madison Square Garden. Very busy for rush hour on a Friday. Lots of new restaurants. This is Los Tacos. You have new rooftop bars. Looks like the gelato place is pretty packed. There's a line out the door. Here's more additional outdoor seating in the plaza. And finally, we're getting some leaves on the trees. Thank God. And here's Madison Square Garden. I feel like they need to do a revamp of MSG because the surrounding area now of Penn Station looks so modern, so new. There's this great new Plaza 33 here, obviously the Penn 2 project from Vornado, beautiful views of the Empire State Building. However, Madison Square Garden looks really outdated. I think they just need to do a full facade restoration or something to make it more aesthetically pleasing. Here you can see the beautiful Art Deco facade of the New Yorker Hotel. Wow, such a great building. I like how it kind of has a layer cake design all the way up. Awesome piece of architecture. This is now the corner of 8th Avenue but you're also going to see the brand new Moynihan train hall, which is right here, which, by the way, still has a functioning post office in the train station, which is predominantly used for the Amtrak train. This is all brand new redeveloped plaza as well. But look at that picture-perfect view of the Empire State Building. You see a lot of foot traffic coming here from the Hudson Yards. Over the years, a lot of corporations and employees have migrated their offices and their jobs to the new Hudson Yards, as well as Manhattan West. Hudson Yards, you could thank the Related Group for that. You can see everybody going down this entrance to the trains. You also have the brand new Amtrak lounge here too. Very modern, very convenient. I also like looking at the steps here. This is open to the public until I believe about 11 p.m. or 7 p.m., excuse me. This is the Farley Steps. It's really nice. We'll take a quick walk on the inside of the post office, just so you can see it. It's really, really beautiful in there. And it's quite the juxtaposition from the outside to the inside. This is one of my favorite buildings in New York, architecturally speaking, from the inside. You also have a really great picturesque view of Madison Square Garden here, right on the corner of 8th Avenue and West 31st Street. All right, we're now going to enter the post office. Pretty amazing, right? Look at the detail on the ceilings here. This is actually where I got my passport. So back here, there's a section where you could apply for your US passport, and they were extremely, extremely helpful. So just keep that in mind. It's interesting to think about what this must used to have been like back in the day, because each one of these windows at one point in time used to be functional, right? And now they only have 2 working windows. Obviously, because the volume of people using the USPS has gone down over time. You're able to exit to the 32nd Street side as well. But for the sake of this video, I'll quickly give you guys a peek outside just so you can kind of get a glimpse of where we were walking. So here you're looking at Madison Square Garden. But for now, we're going to walk around into the main terminal of the new Moynihan train hall. Oh, maybe not. Usually this is open, but it looks like they closed it off. This corridor here usually will allow you to wrap around to the train hall. We'll exit out here. You're also going to have a great view of the Empire State Building from here too. Here you see the Empire State Building, and then if we look down, this is the main entrance to 34th Street, but the AC&E subway terminal. This is like really a classic New York view. If you're coming to New York City for the first time, this is what you see. It's pretty unique. We're now going to head up towards 9th Avenue. This is heading westbound by Manhattan West, as well as over towards the Hudson Yards. And here in the frame you have 1 Manhattan West and 2 Manhattan West. You're going to make a left back inside Moynihan train hall. But we'll take one more view at the Empire State Building. Look at that. Great view. Now, the reason why I want to bring you back in here is because there's a mural, or I should say a sculpture on the ceiling that a lot of people miss, actually. And it is the entire skyline of New York City that hangs upside down. So I'll show you how to get there. It's going to be on the 31st Street entrance in between 8th and 9th Avenues, but you have to go down the stairs. So if you're in the Moynihan train hall already, what I want you to do is look for the brand new Amtrak lounge and then go up the ramp and then you'll see it. This is a pretty cool view of the brand new bar here. This is the Irish Exit. So down here is an entire food hall. There's bars, there's restaurants. You can see everybody kind of having a drink after work as they wait to catch their train. There's even a Jacob's Pickle down there, by the way. These are the escalators to the main dining concourse. And if you were to walk all the way through those doors in the back, that is 9th Avenue, which will take you to Manhattan West, as well as the connection to the Hudson Yards, as well as the Moynihan High Line Connector Bridge, which we've done a walking tour of that as well. That is a new extension to the High Line that cost the city $50 million to build. All right, so once you're near the Amtrak Metropolitan Lounge, look for the sign here that says 31st Street and 8th Avenue exit, which is right here. Now, once you enter these doors, I want you to just look up. And this is something that almost everybody misses. It's the entire skyline hung upside down. And I'll zoom in on the World Trade Center, or the Freedom Tower. Very unique, right? And most people miss it. They don't even know it's there. We'll stand over here so you can see it a little bit better. Isn't that unique? Oops. Let me just adjust the camera lens there. Pretty cool. And then if you go down the stairs, this is the main train hall, and it looks so busy today, which makes sense. You probably have a lot of people traveling back to DC and even to Boston. There's a lot of people who take the Amtrak into the city for business trips during the week, and then they spend the weekends in Boston, which is a very easy trip from here. I think it's only a 5-hour train ride from Moynihan Train Hall to Boston. I believe it's called Back Bay Station. Okay, here is that bar we were talking about before. This is the main Moynihan food hall. And then you have the Jacob's Pickle, a ramen place. And then on the Mon, you also have a Blue Bottle to your right. And then H&H Bagels, which is not a bad bagel spot. But my favorite coffee shop in Moynihan is on the southernmost west side, and that is the Birch Coffee. But look at how fantastic this train station is. Here's where you have the Amtrak check-in and your baggage. If you want to check a bag, your ticketing, you can purchase tickets here. There's customer service agents that could help you with your rebooking for your travel. And then up top, you have the new Amtrak Lounge, which I haven't been inside of there because you have to have a first-class ticket in order to go up there, but it looks great from down here. Very modern, looks very clean. I think the only way I could describe it, it's probably like an Amex lounge at an airport or one of the Chase Sapphire lounges, probably similar to that, but branded the Amtrak. This is my go-to spot whenever I go up to Boston, which is usually never, maybe twice a year. I go to this Birch Coffee place here. Let's actually quickly check out the board, because I think I don't take the Northeast Regional, usually take this one, the Acela, which I believe is Express. So it says on time to Boston here, but you could also take the Northeast Regional. And I usually get off at the Back Bay Station and stay at the Four Seasons Hotel Boston. Now there's actually two Four Seasons hotels in Boston. Both of them are really nice. The original hotel is obviously it's gonna have a feeling like you're staying at the JW Marriott Essex House. Everything is brand new, right? But they kind of keep the, I should say, the architectural design or the architectural integrity of that building, of that particular property, in tune with the Boston times, right? So you can think like revolutionary style, if you will. However, there is a brand new property which also includes the Four Seasons Hotel in Boston, which is much, much more modernistic, right? The way I can kind of describe it as a comparison, it's kind of like staying at the Park Hyatt at the 157, right? Big glass building, modern structure. Okay, now we are going to exit at 8th Avenue and 33rd Street. It's cool to get an updated look on the interior of the train stations here, because there's always things that are coming in, right? There's a lot of vacant retail space, so oftentimes there's new shops or stores that come in. I feel like they should probably have automatic doors. It's probably a lot easier. Now we're back out to the outside world. In the distance, you can see the New York Times building. That is right across the street from the Port Authority bus terminal. Okay, we have the light. We're going to head back towards Fifth Avenue to the Empire State Building now. To navigate through a maze of scaffolding. Once all these new commercial projects get built and complete, I think it's really going to transform the neighborhood, because over the last 5 years, the Penn district has really fallen into disrepair, so to speak. And you're just starting to see the rebound now. You know, things are a lot more cleaner, safer, and I think with the introduction of these new buildings, you're going to have the continuation of that process. This is Penn 1, which also has gone under renovation. They did a really, really good job with that. Looks like they're having Chick-fil-A here. Sure, I just haven't noticed it. This is the old entrance, or I should say the old main entrance to the Long Island Railroad. Just this little glass cylinder here. Kind of crazy. Hopefully nothing gets built that obstructs these views of the Empire State Building. It's just too much of an iconic and classic view. We'll wait for the light and cross one more avenue over.
Dan gaan we nu naar het hotel.
You can see more of the windows for the Macy's flower show too. Do a really good job. And this is back to where we started the video, 34th Street, Herald Square. Try to take a little bit of a detour here.
Walk past.
All right, we'll cross over one more, and then we will have reached 5th Avenue and 34th Street, which is where you have the famous Empire State Building. Right now, this is Avenue of the Americas. This is the Herald Towers apartment complex. I don't know if I'd want to live right on 34th Street though. I feel like it's a little bit too busy for me for living. They have one of these Starbucks reserve roasteries in the main retail of the Empire State Building. That's their main anchor tenant for the retail. It's pretty cool in there. It has a bar on the second floor. It's very nice. And here is the line for the top of the Empire State Building. I didn't know this was open until midnight, especially on the weekends. Adjacent from us, you have the CUNY Graduate Center, which is the City University in New York. Here's that main Starbucks reserve store. And here's the Empire State Building. Pretty cool standing right at the base of it. Wow, tons of tourists out today. The top of the Empire State Building is probably packed also, mainly due to the visibility. This is now the corner of 33rd Street and 5th Avenue. This is headed down towards Koreatown. All right, if you guys enjoyed that walking tour of Midtown Manhattan during rush hour, exploring the Moynihan train hall and Penn Station, please leave a like on the video and subscribe for more New York City walking tours. And as always, we will see you tomorrow in the next one. Thanks so much for watching.